What's up, everybody? Face Off Generation. Oh yeah, I had to play a little mystical. What is up, everybody? You already know who this is. It is T-Sean Jones. This is Face Off Generation, episode 7, season 2. And let's just say, we are at the stretch end of the season, but you know, this whole week has been crazy. You know, the last couple of weeks have been super crazy in wrestling news and wrestling everything, especially with the money tournament, which we will get to in a bit. But you know, I can never come alone to Face Off Generation. He is back from a 3 weeks vacation.
3-week hiatus.
Yeah, 3 weeks hiatus. He is the owner and the creator of High Class Wrestling, the man, the truth, in the booth himself. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one and only returning back, Jay Bake.
What's up, man? It's good to be back. It's been a while.
Yeah, man, you have no idea what I've gone through these episodes.
Oh, I know. I've listened and watched.
Oh, you know,
feel bad.
I had to call. Oh yeah, I had to call up backup. You know, Doug Barrett.
Call the B team.
I had to call up Doug Barrett. Last episode, if everybody's seen it, there was some technical difficulties in that one. We had our boy El Cibernetico showed up, but actually he didn't show up because his microphone was messed up. So we're going to have to help him on that. You know, me and Bake will help him out on that. It was his first time. So he was a PSN gaming virgin when it came to the microphone and stuff like that. So we'll get him hooked up on that. You know, he'll probably he'll show up in season 3 of Face Off Generation. But man, Bake, what's been going on, man?
Same old, working, getting out to the new spot.
Oh,
HCW.
Okay.
Lots of crazy stuff. I'm adminning a wrestling page as well.
Oh, okay.
Some friends of mine, and then they also have their own digital promotion as well. I've been helping with. It's a lot of stuff.
Triple H over there trying to get more.
Basically.
You know, and like
that's
I said,
pretty much what it is.
See, and if y'all don't know High Class Wrestling, you need to get hip to it, because let me tell you, it has been a crazy 3 weeks over there. That's where that man has been. I mean, we had crowned a new World Heavyweight Champion.
All new champions.
Oh yeah, all new champions.
That is the first time in HCW history that every championship changed hands at one event.
Man, so. and I'll tell you, just as a fan as well as being part of it over there, that championship, the world
title match was just the women's match.
Oh yeah,
I said this last week. I think the women's match, as of right now, is the best match in HCW history that has been televised.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, it was crazy.
Top to bottom.
It was crazy. I watched it. I'm like, damn. I'm like, how you gonna follow that shit? But the story between the former World Heavyweight Champ and the Iceman, that was the story behind that. That was really good. If y'all, like I said, y'all better go over there and watch it.
Yeah, man. High Class Wrestling on YouTube, Real Shoot Wrestling on Facebook.
Absolutely.
Got it all.
Loving it.
Got a little bit of everything, depending on what you're into.
Right? And I love the ring attires over there.
Yeah, we got some cool stuff coming. Somebody previewed their pay-per-view gear, and They are channeling their inner video game character. So, big fan of that.
Oh, and
That'll be really fun.
X Factor. Do you see his new ring attire?
I did.
I can't wait till he debuted that. But let's get into more wrestling news now. For those who are sensitive ear and people that are a fan of these or who I'm about to talk to, and if you live in underneath, oh yeah, we're going to talk about them. We're going to talk about them. Now, if you were living underneath a rock over the past weekend, former WWE Women's Champion and Paige.
And don't forget former NXT Women's Champion.
And
that
NXT
one picture.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that picture. The former NXT Women's Champion Paige. Her
doing
Twitter
nasty things.
Did some nasty things. Just nasty things. According to multiple sources, her Twitter, Facebook, cell phone, that's what I'm gonna say is cell phone, was videos and pictures were leaked out all over the internet of her in some explicit how can I say something explicit things?
Explicit situations. Grown folk business.
Relations. Oh,
there you go.
But
I like relations. That's such a good old term.
But they were leaked out.
Terms.
But they were leaked out over the weekend of her and former WWE superstar Brad Maddox and current New Day member Xavier Woods. Now, like I said, like I'm going to show respect to Xavier Woods. He's been doing his thing, and he got. I can't really say he got caught in the crossfire.
You can't say he got caught when it happened 4 years ago.
Yeah, but
it's not like this was yesterday.
Exactly, and like I said, it was leaked over the weekend, and yes, I'm not ashamed of saying it. I did see it
for research purposes.
Thank you. She said, they did announce, they respond to, what happened, things about being leaked. But here's the thing about a lot of that is that once you put it on video, once you got it on a device such as a cell phone, tablet, any type of device that could get online, it's out there. It's out there. And
oh man, let me just say this. Let me get my hate out real quick. This is why I don't fuck with Apple or iPhone in general. Is because everything that you have most of the time immediately gets uploaded to the cloud, whether you select the option or not. And they're not hacking phones and laptops, they're hacking the cloud. So they have access to everything. That's why you see, last year it was 150 celebrities got theirs leaked.
Oh wow.
And then so far we're already at 30, including 5 women from WWE. And it's because they're stupid and they have an iPhone. If you didn't have an iPhone, you wouldn't have this problem. Android doesn't have a cloud. You're not going to get my nudes.
La la la.
I know
la,
you want
la,
them.
la.
You're not going to get them.
But I mean, that's true. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, they were all iPhone leaks.
It's crazy.
Man.
And it's so crazy that a lot of these are happening just as of recent. You talk about like Seth Rollins and Hulk Hogan.
Well, Seth's was a little different. Seth, it was actually the chick. And she put the pictures out there. That was different. That wasn't hacked. That was just spiteful.
And that's what I'm saying is leaked or hacked. I mean...
Yeah, nobody's out here just like, hey, look at this.
Yeah. I really think, I'm not saying to, do it for, publicity. I mean, it might have been done for publicity, but it came out of way left field. Now, my thing is that I know Paige is out on a neck injury, quote unquote neck injury, and I'm not going to get into any jokes on that. If you want to, you can. I'm not going to get into any jokes on that.
I already made all the jokes, so no, we don't need to make that joke. There was all kinds of her neck looks fine to me, but that was.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to laugh.
This is now. We're gonna be adults about this.
We're gonna we're gonna be. We're gonna take this. We're not gonna go into Xavier Woods jokes. We're not gonna go there. Like I said.
Oh no, Xavier Woods killed me on stage at PAX or South by Southwest or wherever the hell he was.
Yeah, when he did
delete your Twitter.
Delete your Twitter, and that was very tasteful. I am. You know what? I'm gonna say it right now. I'm not saying it just to hope that he comes on Face Off Generations. I'm saying this because he earned my respect. This man has done everything that the WWE had asked him to, and even he showed his inner geek, inner nerd in him to do up, up, down, down. I respect
1 million subscribers, baby.
1 million subscribers. Xavier Woods Austin, which is his real name, I applaud you, sir. You are A1 in my book. Congratulations on Up, Up, Down, Down.
One of the few YouTube channels I follow that I'm not involved with.
Right? That I can literally say, yeah, I watch that, and you get girls or dudes like, you watching video games and video game shows and wrestling shows?
Those
yes.
aren't like people you need in your life.
Exactly.
If I know anybody that disrespects, not just because it's video games or wrestling or anything else, but if somebody can't appreciate the things that you like and whatever those things are, you don't need those people in your life.
Absolutely.
That's how I look at it. If I can't be me around you, the hell you around me for?
Exactly.
Ain't put up front for nobody.
Right, like shit. Like, I like Knight Rider. If you don't like Knight Rider and you want to try to bash me for it, you know what? Go somewhere with that shit, please. I dare you to say no. I don't want that car. A car that could drive by itself. I'm just saying, not trying to switch it up, but just saying. It's Kit. But anyway, but yeah, with that whole situation, I do feel bad for the other victims, not just for Paige, not just for.
Oh man, there was a lot of them, man. There was a lot.
Not for Xavier Woods and Brad Maddox. I feel bad for the victims behind that as well. Like Alberto and Xavier's fiance and whoever's in Brad Maddox's corner. And I feel bad for victims. Huh?
I said I don't know about Maddox. Seen some weird videos recently.
With him, he was only there for a hot cup of coffee. Not trying to bash him.
Not really, dude. He's been there forever.
I mean,
he was there from since 2011, 2012.
Well, I mean,
perfect example. Those videos were from 2013.
Okay.
They were from 2012 or 2013. So that right there, I mean, he's not new. He never made it big.
And that was the thing.
He spent a lot of time in FCW. I believe he was a tag team champion in FCW.
Okay, see, I didn't know that.
And then did a lot of stuff with NXT before it made it to the network.
Because the only thing I knew about Brad Maddox was that he was a referee turn.
But that's the thing. He wasn't even a ref. They were doing that all storyline. They just made him a ref so that they could get that storyline over. Nah, he was a wrestler who they didn't think was good or didn't have it or whatever they thought. And then they decided that he's a new face, so it would be easy to work that storyline where he screws Punk and all this stuff just because it worked. Mm-hmm. Because, like I said, if it would have been anybody else, it might not have had the same impact.
Damn. I didn't know that. I really didn't know that.
Yep.
But yeah, like I said, hearing from Face Off, we hope that they'll get over this, get past it. Which, by the way, I love the way that New Day handled themselves on Monday yesterday.
Oh, just looking at Woods was the best part of Raw.
Yeah, I think that was the highlight. For me, that was kind of like the highlight / Roman Reigns.
That and the end segment with Triple H. Other than that, Raw was hot garbage.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and I got to see Austin Aries. I'll never complain about that.
Right? And I'm glad to see he's back in the ring. It took time for him to get through that injury. I'm glad to see him. He's back in it.
Glad to see him get his WrestleMania moment.
Right? Jeez. Speaking of WrestleMania, I talked to the fellas about WrestleMania last show. What is your thoughts on the whole thing? On this whole WrestleMania?
It's 100% the worst WrestleMania on paper. I'm not a psychic. I can't see the future, but on paper, this is the worst WrestleMania I've ever seen. Well, maybe not the worst ever, but the worst of the last 5-10 years.
Dang.
Easily. I have no interest in this WrestleMania. I'm only slightly interested in 3 matches. That should not be that. That's something you should say about a Fastlane type pay-per-view, one of those B, C tier pay-per-views. Pay-per-view looks bad, but there's 1 or 2 good matches. I shouldn't be saying that about Mania.
That's true.
That's not good. This is your biggest show of the year.
Right.
The only thing I care about is the Cruiserweight title. I care about the Cruiserweight title, the U.S. title. Yeah, and I think that's it. I might be missing one.
I don't know how I really... after much consideration with WrestleMania, there's only one match I really... Okay, there's 2 matches I'm actually interested to see how they turn out. One happened to be the Seth Rollins and Triple H. I want to see how that turns out.
Oh, yeah, that was the other one. Yeah, that's my third. There we go. I knew it was 3.
Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, only because Bray Wyatt is now a World Heavyweight Champion. And I want to see...
Yeah.
I want to see how this turns out because, like you and I agree, before Bray got the World Heavyweight title, we've been saying this over and over that Bray Wyatt should have had the World Heavyweight title. If it wasn't
at least twice.
If it wasn't
at least
for
twice.
his feud with John Cena, not saying John Cena buried him, but I'm just saying there's just been a lot of times where I'm like, why isn't Bray Wyatt World Heavyweight Champion? One of them, okay, give or take his injury, okay, whatever. But he should have been World Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Like I said, this should have been his second world title reign at least.
Right.
Maybe even third, but definitely the second. I think after the feud with Cena, when Cena went on to bigger and better things, I think they should have not too long after that put the belt on him for the first time.
Right. And the third match I want to say I'm very interested to seeing is Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho.
Yeah. Which should have been for the Universal title.
Yeah. I feel like
hot garbage.
Right. And it's for the U.S. title. And here's my thing: it should have, like you said, it should have been for the Universal title. I feel that Chris Jericho has another run in him for a big title, and he's been getting all the new guys over so much. Is that I feel like he deserves
it. Oh my God, everybody. Yeah, I feel for that reason alone, but also for that reason alone, I feel like Jericho said he didn't want to be champion. I have a feeling Vince wouldn't have had a problem putting the title on Jericho, but I think Jericho's whole MO is, I'm not going to be around forever, and neither are these guys. We need to make this new generation ready, and we need to get fans invested in them. And that's been his MO since he came back. Working with Sammy, working with Kevin, working with Finn, working with AJ, working with all, even though these guys aren't rookies by any means, but they're new
to the product.
To WWE. And it takes a lot of work to get those people over, because I get a lot of flack for saying it, and I'm going to keep saying it. WWE fans are the worst wrestling fans on the planet. Because they say they're tired of the same old thing, but then when you try to give them something new, they don't like it because they've never seen it.
Right.
It's this weird hyperbole that I don't understand. I agree. I'm tired of the same old thing, which is why you should embrace these new guys coming in, because it's not the same old thing. It's like the cruiserweights. People bitch that Raw is garbage and they have terrible booking and terrible writing, and they're tired of seeing the same matches. I mean, dude, there was that poll that said, I think it was like last month sometime, but they said like up until that point last month, there had not been a Raw that didn't feature Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns or Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman in 6 months. 24 Raws in a row had a combination of those three men in the main event.
Damn.
So you bitch about the same old shit, but then they're like, cool, here's the cruiserweights. Here's guys that can fly, and guys that can mat wrestle, and guys that can strike, and there's Japanese guys, and there's Mexican guys, there's Americans, there's Englishmen, there's everything. And motherfuckers are on their phone.
Damn.
So you can't bitch that you want the same old thing, or you're tired of the same old thing, if you're not willing to invest in the new thing. I went to SmackDown last week in Pittsburgh. I went to SmackDown specifically for 3 reasons. 205 Live being the number one reason.
Right.
Half the arena was gone by the time 205 Live started.
What?
Half the arena. Not even joking. Half the arena was gone.
Wow.
Shout out to WWE's cameramen for not showing it on the network. They were able to avoid it very well. It just looked like a couple seats here and there, sporadic. But half the arena left. And the show was great. The wrestling was amazing. The storylines made sense. The redemption of Austin Aries and all these things and just nobody wants to help get the new thing over. They just want to keep bitching that the old thing is the old thing.
And here's the issue, and I totally agree with this, is that WWE has shoved so much of the same old through down our throats that most, like you said, most fans are not paying attention to it. And it's like what I seen on Facebook. I really strongly agree that WCW won the war, because WWE is trying so hard to make it WCW. Like, you have the Cruiserweight, you had their titles, you have the U.S. title, which was still a WCW thing.
You have Goldberg in the main event of your big show.
Exactly, and you got Goldberg. So WCW actually really won the war. My thing is that
it's been Eric Bischoff's plan the whole time.
And he's sitting back laughing, saying, but where they messed up, y'all already know. I mean, they had the money flow, but like you said, WWE or WWE fans still want the same old. You want to put the Attitude guys back in the ring. You want to have that nostalgia. It's like, you can't have the nostalgia if you keep having them in there. You know, okay,
exactly.
If even that it may, Jericho is probably one of the best guys that can hang with the young crowd and can help them get over. But and I know I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this, having Goldberg there ain't getting the younger generation over. It's bull. It's bull.
No, all it did was make your main champion look like a bitch.
Exactly.
You actually did the opposite of moving the business forward. You moved the business back.
And then people want to.
It was.
Oh, go ahead.
It was done for one reason, and this is the main problem. People blame bad writing. People blame bad booking. They blame like me. I blame the fans. But the realistic fact is this: the number one problem with WWE is Vince McMahon. And not Vince McMahon as a whole. I know I get mad and say I hope Vince dies, or I can't wait till Triple H takes over and all these things. I say that a lot. I don't mean it. I wouldn't be the person I am without Vince McMahon and everything I've grown up on, and I know that. But Vince McMahon is short-sighted. And the easiest way to tell is just look from the Royal Rumble till Mania every year. That little 2 to 3 month stretch. He cares about the quick money. So he brings back Goldberg. He brings in Brock. He does these things because he knows the people who haven't watched wrestling in a while are going to watch. So now he knows that he's getting, and again, I don't know exact figures. I'm just going to throw dollars out here to put a visualization to it.
All right.
Vince McMahon would rather make that $5 million right there in that 3-month stretch from casual fans than caring about making $10 million the other 9 months of the year from diehard fans who love everything. And that's the problem, because all Vince sees is, well, if you look at every other quarter, we don't make any money. Okay, true. But if you look at the total number that you made